Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be tackling a story I'm honestly quite hesitant to make because the backlash, people will see it, it's fucking meth. But yeah, fuck it. This is some good ass clickbait. This story will consist of the same people it fucking always does, Andre and Wyatt. I know I messed up his name in the last video, just shut the fuck up. Don't worry about that. But we have a new character in this video, and we're gonna name her fucking Allie. She's in here briefly, and I pray to fucking God she does not watch this video. That'll be a whole nother situation. But hey, fuck that. This story starts with me on my daily adventures to try and find my fix for some blow. I hit on my plug, like I always do, just trying to see what's on his menu, whatever. He's listing off all the shit that he's got. And he's like fucking blow, fucking crack, and he hits ice. And he says he has about a gram and a half left. And I've never done this shit or ever fucking planned on it. I just kinda impulsively was like, yo, fuck it, hand it over. So I told him I'll take that. I'll yoink up the rest of what he's got for a friend and give me a gram of blow. I only told him that it was for a friend, but not wanting anyone knowing that I was gonna be smoking this shit. I let like 2-3 people know about it. But yeah, I finally start to dip. I hit Andre up. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be near you. You want to rail a few lines while I'm there? And of course, he's always down. So yeah, I start my adventure. I'm not even 2 steps outside my fucking house. And my ex messages me asking if she can come with me because I already told her I was copping some shit, whatever. And at the time, we were still on talking terms, I guess. We weren't together or anything, but I was battling a lot of insecurities that we don't need to fucking... That's left for something aside from YouTube, maybe for my therapist, you dig? But it all ended up working perfect because... Remember how I said I was buying the ice for my friend? My big brain kicked in and I was like, fuck, this is perfect. No one will ever know I'm smoking this shit if I bring her. And to put it into perspective, she honestly did kinda look like a meth head. But hey, I'm not here to fucking diss. It helped me in the long run. But yeah, I go and meet up with her and then head to my plug's place to pick up my shit. It was cool with me bringing her and everything. And I turned around and basically told her, hey, I gotta go to Andre's. So you have fun walking home alone at like 2 a.m. So I send her on her way. And then I go to Andre's, rail a few lines. I start showing him the fucking ice because I thought that shit was funny as shit. And then I proceed to go home after that and just sort of sat on the meth for about like a week, give or take. All in between me not taking the meth, like just sitting on it. That was a whole shit show in itself, but it finally comes to the day where I take it. The day of intake of the meth, I was at my girl's place for the night. I just snorted the last bit of my blow, and I was dead broke. All my money just went to the last little 1 or 2 gram bag of blow that I fucking brought to her house. So all of a sudden, I'm getting ready to leave her crib, and then I get a Jimmy Neutron brain blast, and I'm like, fucking hell, yo, I still got some meth. So I pack my shit, catch a ride home, and there it begins. I didn't even hesitate to bust open that bag. I start crushing it, put it on my fucking bowl of weed. A little fucking side note, this is my first time smoking shit. I pride myself on not being a meth head, so I don't have pipes or fucking shit like that. And at the time, I wasn't crazy into tweaker shit, so I didn't know about tinfoil. But yeah, moving forward, I was basically just toking meth with the weed underneath and sprinkled on top, so it burned all evenly, you dig? But yeah, we're gonna put these all into days. So this will be day 1. Day 1, I load my bowl, I go in for my first hit, and after I inhaled that shit, all I taste is the most vile, fucking disgusting ass taste I can ever imagine. It was just straight chemicals, basically. Like, it's kind of hard to fucking explain, but you know the smell, like how it smells sort of plasticky? It kind of tastes exactly like that, except worse, because it's all inside your fucking body. But holy fuck, I felt invincible. Shit made, like, I would say it made me feel like God, but that shit's so fucking demonic. I'd say it made me feel like the devil. But as I started to smoke the shit, like take more and more tokes, I started to notice, like, hey, yo, my brain ain't feeling too good. Something's like zapping up in there. I don't know how to explain it. It was so fucking weird. You know, like those electric fly swatters they use to fucking, you know? It felt like someone was using that shit, like, on my brain. Like, it was zapping my brain. It felt from every fucking direction. It was just being zapped. But it didn't get any better throughout this whole 5 days. I was on, I think, like, my 4th, 5th bowl, and I knew damn well I was not fucking passing out for that night. That night, I was being up all night. It didn't matter. You could put as much fucking, like, Zans in my body. I ain't fucking falling asleep, bro. But yeah, that night was nothing. It was nothing crazy. I just stayed up all night. I sat on Xbox, tweaking fucking absolute balls. And I'm pretty sure Andre was in a party with me. But I remember the sun finally came up, and we were like edging in on day 2. I was still fucking tweaking hard. But I had no fucking clue what to do with myself. I was tweaking. But yeah, day 2, nothing too exciting ended up happening. I know I ended up passing out for like about an hour. But then I woke up, packed another lace bowl. I was ready to re-tackle this world like no other fucking business. But other than that, it was just the same old day. I was just fucking up all night. Sat on Xbox, you know. Day 2 was when I realized, yo, I got fucking work in the morning. And if I don't stay up, like, I'm fucked. Like, I need to make the shift. So again, I loaded another fucking lace bowl up at like 3 a.m. And day 3 fucking starts. Been up all goddamn night doing fucking God knows what. I'm getting ready for work, and I packed another bowl right before I dipped, because I'm a fucking devious bastard. So then I was off. A whole new fucking environment blasted off my ass. And just for you little delinquent fucks, don't ever think about doing the shit that I'm doing. I'm a retard, and I'll admit that with no fucking shame. I don't make good decisions, so anyone watching, you can definitely make fucking better decisions than I did. But yeah, aside from all that shit, day 2, nothing mad exciting. Aside from work, I did notice, like, this sounds really fucked up, but I was crazy good at work. Like, I got all the jobs that I needed to get done. I did do it in a very ADHD fucking fashion. I don't know how I wasn't called out for being geeked, but I got everything I needed to do done eventually. And I was on my way home. I pretty much just, yeah, I don't, when I got home, nothing exciting happened. I do this thing where I research what drugs I'm using to, like, kind of scare myself out of it, you know? You know, maybe make me stop using it as much, or definitely not get a full-blown addiction to it. But in this case, it ended up being completely vice versa. I scared myself into it because I kept talking about meth crashes, and I'm not too experienced on meth, if you can tell. And they weren't going into, like, specifics, so I had no idea what to expect when this crash was to hit. I thought I was just gonna be knocked the fuck out for like a day or 2, and I didn't particularly want that. So I was like, you know what, we gotta keep fucking going. Like, I'm gonna push forward for as long as I fucking can, until my body physically cannot do it anymore. And that I fucking did. Now we're jumping to day 4, which starts off same as every other fucking day. Up at 6 a.m, awake all night, doing God knows fucking what. And this day is probably going to be the shortest of all of them, because this was the most fucking boring. Nothing happened. It was just, I was in my room all day, just smoking. That's pretty much it. I was increasingly getting more and more paranoid. And this was around the time where I was spending every fucking ounce of my time in my room. I was not leaving for anything. And you gotta keep in mind, this whole 4 days, I didn't eat a goddamn thing. I was surviving off a quarter of Captain Crunch a day I was grabbing a handful or two, and there was very little liquids in my body, let alone the lack of sleep that I was going through. So I was just fucking losing my mind at this point. And around this time, this is when it started. It wasn't too crazy on day 4, but day 5 it increasingly got fucking horrible. It got fucking scary. But I think it was from lack of sleep, from my knowledge anyway. But there was shadows in the pitch black. It was only in the pitch black. I never seen them if the lights were on, but pitch black, I could see little shadows fucking moving around. They would like run in front of me. They'd jump in my face. And this shit genuinely at the time scared the ever living fuck out of me. I did not like this, but it wasn't enough for me to stop, you know? But yeah, other than that, this day wasn't too exhilarating. It was just pretty fucking basic for this time anyway. I would hope that no one watching this video would refer to that as a basic day, but this brings us to day 5, and this is probably the worst day out of all of them. But it starts, you know, being up 6 a.m, geeked out of my fucking mind, and I'm starting to realize that all this it's gonna have to come to an end because my dope supply is getting low. That mixed with the fucking shadow shit that I'm seeing, I couldn't fucking bear it anymore. Like, it's starting to get fucking terrifying. But at the same time, I was fiending so fucking hard, and like I said, I was low on dope, so like, I resolved to the worst of the worst, okay? I started picking shit up off my fucking carpet and smoking it, and half the shit that I smoked, I'm not even sure if it was meth or not. It could have been fucking chips for all I know. But yeah, that's how I ended up. At least 6 to 10, I was just picking that shit up off my ground, trying to get enough for at least a solid bowl, because I had like 3 bowls left to the side, but I was saving those because I had work the next day. I needed to stay up for work. At least in my tweaker mind, I needed to stay up because I was way too scared of the fucking crash. But yeah, day 5 was a Friday, and I got paid, so I think it was a gram of blow and a gram of Molly. I'm already not off to a good start, but yeah, it was a day for sure. Definitely a day where I was on the most hard drugs I've ever been on, which included coke, Molly, and meth all at the same time. Definitely not a good combo, would not recommend it. Alright, so I get home, I start to realize if I stay up another night, the cycle's just gonna keep repeating itself, because that's what I keep telling myself every time I wake up, or every morning. I tell myself, hey, you need to stay up one more day. You can do it. It's an ongoing cycle that you cannot end unless you stop smoking it. And so, with a lot of help, and rightfully so, pushing from my girlfriend, she kept pushing for me to, hey, stop this, you're fucking stupid type shit. So I dumped the rest of my meth, and I crashed the fuck out. I got like 11 hours of sleep, but hey, I still woke up for that goddamn shift. It was the shittiest fucking shift I've ever worked, but I woke up for it. I didn't lose my job because of some fucking meth. And yeah, everything ended just fucking fine. But yeah, real shit, like, if you guys are ever gonna do drugs, just load up a non-laced bowl of marijuana and smoke that shit. Don't ever try and do the shit that I tell in these stories. I'm just telling these so maybe people can get some entertainment, maybe some understanding into addiction, and maybe a nice good laugh out of my own fucking stupidity and the shit that I've done over the years to end up at the point that I am. And God knows, hey, maybe you can learn a thing or two. Fuck if I know. But just don't do drugs. And I definitely don't do meth. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That one should be a little bit of a longer video than normal. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next fucking video.